Suzanne, thank you very much for speaking with us. We're at a conference about community-based adaptation, and yet you've run a session on blogging yesterday. Why were you talking about that?
Well, blogging is a great way to communicate about climate change adaptation. Blogs allow you to bypass the media, so if you can't get them interested in your climate change story, then obviously blogs are a great way to get the message out there without having to wait for an editor to pick up the story. Blogs, are a great way of telling stories, and I think a lot of climate change adaptation practitioners are meeting people every day in their work, and they're coming across some really interesting success stories, meeting really interesting people with really interesting stories, and blogs are a great way of sharing those stories. As well, there's been research to show that blogs are really useful for promoting your research. One blogger I've come across called Melissa Terrace from University of College London tested this, and she looked at the impacts of having a blog and putting her peer-reviewed research, making it open source and promoting them through blogs and Twitter, and she found that the uptake and the number of downloads on that research dramatically increased from 2 to 500 and something. So I think that it can also be a great way of promoting your research. I think as well it allows you to engage in a different form of communication. Broadcast media is one way. You've got a message, you transmit it. Print media is the same way. Blogging allows you to be part of a conversation. So you write your blog, you ask for opinions, you can promote it with your colleagues, get their feedback, so you can learn through the feedback, and I think that that's a really important process, which can also help with networking. So there's a lot of great reasons, I think, to be blogging.
And this conference is majoring on communication with regards to community-based adaptation. How successful is the communication so far, and where's the added value that blogs specifically will bring, do you think?
Well, I think online is obviously the way communications is going, and blogging allows you to be part of that, creates a space online for discussion about climate change adaptation. And I think that you could have a blog or different online forums that create that space for practitioners to be sharing in a way perhaps that they're not now.
And what's been the take-up, what was the response to your session yesterday, and how many people here are actually already blogging?
Well, it was interesting because we did a very concrete exercise which involved, it was essentially a write shop where everyone had to start writing a blog in terms of key takeaways from the conference. What was their key learning point, what are they going to do next as a result of that learning point. And there were some brilliant blogs, brilliant paragraphs written. A lot of people seemed really charged up and excited. I had a lot of positive feedback after the event. So hopefully, as a result of that, a lot of people are going to go away and start blogging.
Suzanne, sounds really promising. Thank you very much for speaking to us.